All right, and welcome to another exciting episode of Minetest gameplay of sorts. Yeah, and Kitty entering his 2 cents. It is 57 degrees in Chicagoland area. It's going to be around 75 today. We've had some really cool weather. Cool meaning really nice weather. A couple days ago it was in the 80s. So, how's everybody doing out there? Excellent. Excellent. There's a cat. There's a bird. We're out here at the, I don't know what, I forgot the names of all my buildings. It's a big green building, which actually exists in the town of Oak Brook. Cool fishies. Let's see, we come here. How would you like to have a bedroom like this? Just looking out over the city. What do I want to wear today? We will do the diamond. There we go. Looking good. Looking good. So there. It's been a fun week. Last video I had was the 100,000 mile, my Toyota Corolla, 2014 Corolla, went, more cats, went, it turned over to 100,000 miles, which was kind of cool. A while ago I saw a video of a guy, his car turned, I think it was like 300,000 miles, and for fun, he lit a cupcake and then had the car blow it out, which was, it was funny. So so me and my daughter were driving around, and it was at 99,999 miles, and we went, well, let's do the same thing. So we bought a cupcake and did it, and everything was fine. The video got like 1,200 views, which, of course, a non-topic video. And then, out of all the comments saying, yay, Corollas can last forever, and blah, 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 one person puts in there, oh, congratulations, you got a girl's car. It's like, really? And it reminded me of like the James Blunt. James Blunt is an English singer, and he spends a lot of time on social media, and one of the person criticized his music, saying, oh, your music is, whatever the case was. And he wrote in there, he was like, yeah, well, that music afforded me to not live in my mom's basement and own my own house, unlike you. And I was gonna put something snarky. See if we got any mail. Nope. And I was gonna put something snarky in there like that. And I was like, no, I'm not even going to stoop to that level. So at least I own a car. So there is that. And nowadays, and I absolutely love the car, but nowadays it's just having a reliable car that is not going to break the bank insurance wise and everything else. That's all that you need. So, plus the fact that I can do almost everything I want to do with this car. It hauls my bikes around. It just does everything. So, there. What we are looking at today is these signs. As you can see, look at the gas prices. Wow, I want to live here. Wait, I do. In my mind. And we got a static sign over here. We got a scrolling sign over here. And let's see. Back here is the Lua controller that there's two different sets of panels. We're going to set one up, but this is basically what is needed to do a scrolling sign and a a static sign. So there. And this came in from George sent in an email and asking if I could write the code for a sign that he wanted to put on his Forever Town. I'm like, okay. So even the thing about Lua programming, now I've done Java and JavaScript and PHP, and I'm just a hobbyist. I took in college, because I went back and got my bachelor's degree in computer science with an emphasis on database management. And I got that back in 2015. I had a DeVry degree, which got me through a whole bunch of years as a technician, cable TV technician. I was a head-end line technician. I was a senior technician for Circuit City for 13 years, doing the Chicagoland market. So we did everything from the networking, computer systems, server rooms, all the point of sale terminals out on the floor, security. I've worked in the Berg fire alarm and CCTV for many, many years. And now I'm a bench technician. Yay. But employed. So there is that. And this is the second time in my life that I have graduated something or got certificates in something. When I graduated DeVry for telecommunications, this is back in the 90s, that the government had forced AT&T to divest. And right as I graduated, AT&T laid off 22,000 phone technicians across the United States. So I was going for the same job that a person with 20 plus years of experience was going after. Fun. So there is that. Now you see here, there's, where was I going with that? I have no idea. Oh, this is going to be an awesome episode that I'm forgetting. Oh, I'm just a hobbyist programmer. Back in college, I took Java 1 and beginning Java and intermediate Java. And I'm one of the strange ones. For whatever reason, the programming language Java I love it. So I did a bunch of programs, database wrappers, stuff like that, ticketing systems. So Lua, that threw me for a little loop. It's not hard, not overly hard, but some people just don't get it. And I'm starting to figure it out. One of the best ways that I do it is by going through mods and opening up their init.luas to see how a person coded their mods. And that's the beautiful thing about Minetest and open source. So these are the lines that I got off of the actual website, which I could have condensed all these Lua controllers, because if you see here, it says RGS0004. Well, the head panel, that's what the head panel is, and you only have to do one. I think this one's 5, and this one's 6. No, also 5. So you can see here I've designated all these panels to say Chicago in different colors, and then they do that. This panel here is the only one that scrolls. The panels on the side just show, lights. And I could have had them blinking and moving too. What I'm talking about, though, is this mod here, LED-Marquee. And I thought Vanessa retired, but The latest version is 227.2024. Works with 5.2 and above. Cool. And you can go to the forum posts from here. I will leave a link on content. And then where did I actually see that? Let's go to the forum. Because in the forum, you can go and there's a spoiler. And it's also on their GitHub, on the GitHub page. But there is a whole listing of the commands. And now I'm not going to be able to find them. Brilliant. Oh, there it is. I went down one too far. This pretty much explains everything, but it doesn't give you a working like example. Like it tells you what all the character codes are, and there's your scroll speed and different commands. So there's that. So real quickly before we build one, we have 2 new photos that were submitted, and these are from Jerry, and it's a bus with monster tires. That's a cool looking bus. And so if you look back at my industrial park where I built semi-tractor trailers and trucks, this is really cool. It's kind of wide. I see it's 3, 4, 5 across. That's a big bus. So with monster tires. But it's very cool. And this building, now some people aren't going to understand what Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe is. This is an old Three Stooges reference from the law offices of Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe. So if you search that on YouTube, it'll come up with something really cool. But this is a really cool building. And what I would do with this building is there's a lot of potential for the use of facade blocks around here and around the rooftop. And you can't do a dome here because of the walkway, but this lends itself, for me, this lends itself for a garden. Like the main entrance, the person can walk in. There's a lot of floral and trees and such before whatever building they want to go to. It's a really cool look, especially with the arches and the glass. So there's a lot, and these arches here, you could do stuff with contrasting colors, but all in all, it's a cool looking building, and it the minute I saw it, there was the things that, okay, I could do this, and I could do, a covered walkway, or I could do that on here. So it's like the baseline for, you could really go crazy doing stuff with that. So it's very cool. So thank you, Jerry, for sending those in. If you want to submit your Minetest screenshots, you can go to richardjeffreyshow@gmail.com. There. And I will have a link to the Content DB, the mod, in the description. The real cool thing about Content DB and Minetest is, back in the old days, you had to download the mod and put it into the mods folder. And now you do that just in the game, in the content tab of the game, which I'll show at the very end because I'm recording right now. Can't do it. But there's a lot of cool things to play with. So that being said, let's go back and I still have to do this with I have to show the package in, I go to Minetest, show package contents, Mac OS. And I have to actually start Minetest from here because of the UTF-8 error. And Apple just came out with the 14.5 update for Mac, and it didn't fix it. So, and the only thing it plays with is it plays with the menu titles and such. So anything that has words in it will come over. It'll say invalid UTF-8. And I haven't been able to find anything on the forums for it. Let's look at this. Here I have a 5x9. I had to count that. Oh boy. So there's 5 stacks of 9 wide panels, and only one of them needs to be programmed for a channel. The rest of them will kind of chain to it. And this is a static panel. And then you see, look at that. It's kind of blinking. I'll show how I did that. And then, so here's George's, what I sent him the code to. And it scrolls. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show how you can, space it, add different characters. You can have smiley faces. That all goes with those character numbers. So what he wanted is Forever Town Railroad tickets in station. And that's what it'll do. It'll scroll. I didn't show the subway. So I have these signs set up in the subway. When it gets to the end, now I added a lot of dots here. But when it gets to the end, it will blank out. And when it finally blanks out, come on, it'll start again. Cool. What I should have done is we'll do this. So we can come in here. I'm going to copy all this. And let's put some asterisks in the front. No. Ooh. That might actually be better. Let's see how that looks. Hit execute, no errors. Come back out here. Well, you get the idea. So we can change the colors by this. I want to get here. There we go. Now you can actually see what I'm kind of doing. Right now we have color 2. So a slash and a number in front of the saying, in front of your text, is going to do your color. Let's do color 3. Now we have green. Let's change that to 5. That's a darker green. Cool. Let's go to 8. Now we got blue. Very nice. So you can also use, I think it's colors 0 through 9, and then you have to look in the, what do you call it? In the instructions, and they will tell you, what the different colors and darknesses and variations of the colors are. So to do these, and there's another sign here. How did I get those blinking lights? Very carefully. You can have each one of these panels is labeled. It has, notice. Why is that one RGS? Oh, duh. The reason why is because this panel is controlled by something else. This panel is controlled, this panel and the 4 panels preceding it are controlled. See, there's nothing in there on these panels. because they're all feeding off of the lead panel. So these two panels here are off of different Lua controllers. So you need Lua controllers and you need Digiline to do this. So in the code here, I have digilined underscore send, and everything is in parentheses and quoted. The first part of the code is going to be the controller or the panel that it's sending it to. And you put everything in quotes, comma, and then this here won't print because it's a system scroll speed. I updated this mod, but I can't get some of the commands to work. I was hoping to get where I can blank the sign and then have it like sort of flash. The way that I did that with the asterisk, so the scroll speed is 5, scroll start tells the panel to start scrolling, and then you can see here I have a number 2 with an asterisk. That asterisk will be shown, but the /2, which is the color, will not. That just, the system picks that up and says, oh, he wants this color. And then, so it controls the one Lua controller, and then this is for the other panel. And that's basically what it does. And this one, and you can see here all the different color codes that make each letter. So if you want to change each letter, you have to put that /number or letter to change the color of the text. Very cool. And then the one at the bottom is just doing what it's doing. So we will come over here. Thought I had another one. I don't know. However, you know what? That's one heck of a screenshot. So what we're going to do, we're going to save that because that's a cool thumbnail. I could put I should have been, did one more and put episode, whatever. Okay. So all you need to do, we have here, we have the LED. Now I only play in creative, so the recipes and everything. You know what? Let's do that real quick. We come back in here. Oh, it's right there. The what I'm talking about going into people's mods. Now this is my world, modern RGS testing, and world mods. So if I come in here and I go in, I want to know how to, let's go to my mod. And the only reason why I have not put my mods into the content DB is basically these are all spaghetti code. I haven't cleaned them up yet. Somebody else is working on taking the mods and adding them to a game to put into the store, and that's going to be really cool when it comes out. So my folder with all my textures in it, but here you see init.lua. So if I open that up, and what you can do is you can look at other people's code, and I go all the way to the top here. So this tells you Minetest.reg. It tells you, and I got all this information from other people's mods and from the modding. There's a whole section in a PDF on Minetest on creating mods and stuff. But when you look inside here, and this is the bone simple stock one. This just registers the node with a description, with the tiles, with everything else. And then there's this whole section of, you can see how bad my code is. And I kept saying to myself, I'm going to go back and clean it up. And then I never did. And I just kept, I don't know what happened here, but all the indenting got screwed up. Everything got, because a bunch of cut and pasting, and went through a bunch of different things. Here I tried to get a little more elaborate. Where'd it go? I got a little more elaborate. And you can string together pretty cool mod by doing it yourself. So there. So I'm going to put these panels, these LED, they say they won't go flat. Yeah, they do. I don't know why you'd want to, but you can do it. Maybe that was a change. So we're going to do this with the lead module, and we are going to put a Lua controller down. So you can, what you can do is the Lua controller can go anywhere, but you have to connect it with a digiline. So let's go in here. We're going to type in, yes, digiline underscore send, and we're going to put our brackets and everything, and we're going to put in here, we're going to start out with scroll speed. Scroll underscore speed space 0.5. Very cool. And since I'm lazy, we are going to copy that, and we are going to change this part to start underscore. I think I did that wrong. Oh, we come back over here. Yeah, start scroll. Scroll speed, start scroll, blah, blah, blah. And then back in here. Now your message. So oh, you see the mistake I just made? Underscore send. So I made a mistake. Not a big one. But we would have sat here going, what did I do wrong? The first thing you have to put in here is what the panel that you're going to make. So I'm going to make this panel 222. You can name it whatever you want. And then we need comma. And we're going to put in /8. And that. .com. Very cool. That's me. So we need this 222. We're going to come up here. Oh, bat in 1,000. And we need a comma. So this is going to tell where it's going to go. All right, so we fixed it. We fixed our little mistake here. So digiline send, parentheses, quotation marks, your panel number that you're sending it to, and then your command. Scroll speed. I think I had a problem with that, so we're going to go 0.8. Digiline send, panel description, start scroll. It's going to start this message scrolling. Digiline send, panel designation, color code, and my message. Oh, good, no errors. Hit execute. Now what we need to do is we need to call this panel 222. And it broke. Oh, there it goes. And there you go. There you have it. And the bear, look at that. I couldn't plan that. 2005. He's going to eat the sign. Can't see the sign. Can you move? Actually, this brings up a real cool point, because you saw when it got to the end, when it came off, so it runs out. Nice. So by doing that, come back over here to Georgia's sign, we can lessen the amount. Actually, let's try this. So when it gets to the end, it's going to be less time that it took to restart the sign. So I was trying to be, creative and clever. And there are, in the forum post, there are some examples that Vanessa put in. So it does work a little bit, and you can figure it out from there. So let's let this go through station, and as soon as it clears, boom, it starts off again. So what we can do is, nope, I want to do that. What we can do here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can put that in. Execute. So it starts off. So it's a real cool mod. And the reason why I'm doing, what do you call it? Oh, this is even better. Screenshot. Look at that. Nice. Cool. The reason why tickets in station. Come on. Oh, you see, it's gonna do that. That's fine. That still looks cool, but you could play with that. And if I wanted to change, so it's going to be /8. Anywhere you put in, so in that slash, it's just going to change the color, but it won't show those characters. Now, to show a slash, you do a double slash. So if you wanted to put in, like a date or something, 5/23/24, you'd have to go 5//23//24. So it's the same thing in programming. I can't remember what they call that, an escape code, something like that. I'm sure somebody will correct me. But there we go. There, look at that. We changed the color. So you can get pretty creative. It won't, what I wanted to do is I wanted that sign to be static, but at 2 different points, flash hello a couple times. And I'm looking at that. So it'll go from there. But like I said, you could use your imagination and get creative. So that's it. That shows that. I'm not out of ideas yet as we fly around the town at night. I've been very, very busy. These real life has gotten into the way. Plus, it's getting nice outside, so there's Tiger. Yes, there is. Bike riding is kicked up because I love going out mountain biking. not on mountain biking trails, just on normal forest preserve trails and stuff like that. And no, walk out the door. Thank you. So, and everything, I noticed that the views have dropped because of the weather, which is cool. You can watch my videos at any time. Go out and touch grass. Go out and enjoy nature. The nice weather. We've been very lucky with the weather has been always, this winter has been relatively mild. So, but now that all the flowers and the turtles are out and everything else that I enjoy, it's been really nice. So, that being said, I'm going to leave you with the leopard, whatever it is. He's on the counter again. What I told, they just don't listen. So, you correct them. I'm not the going to correct them. So hopefully that was helpful. I have a lot of buildings that I've gotten. I watched a couple documentaries on Frank Lloyd Wright, and it seems that he used the same materials and the same kind of style. And I've noticed that I've had similar styles. Not that I'm a genius or anything like he is, but I know what I like to look at. So, and what I want to try to portray. So I have a couple things in the works and things that I want to do. So, all right. On that note, I will leave you with the view of the moon and go from there. So thank you very much for watching. And until the next episode, goodbye.